Hi everyone, that's Dorota International Nail Artist and Educator, and today we are going to play with the one-stroke technique. Absolutely amazing flowers. Have a wee preview of it in here. I hope you really like to learn this technique as well. It is definitely one of my favorite ones, and I hope you really enjoy this tutorial. So let's start. We are going to be playing a little bit more advanced today with the one stroke. I just wanted to show you like all sort of different types of things you can do it using this technique. So I have squeezed out magenta and some white paint. I'm gonna use also some black one as well. And then a little bit of the cobalt blue. And let's start the fun. So first of all, we want to create some sort of darker background, and I'm going to do it with the cobalt blue and the black. Just a little bit, and it's going to be placed right in there. Okay, so create this middle. Same in here, and then add more magenta for the top one. And then even more magenta. I don't want to necessarily clean my brushes, but you have to wait for the middle to dry before you can start painting anything else. So we are going to bring in water into our brush, and this way we also have created like some sort of different colors on our brush, and I will paint leaves with that. They will be more of a watercolor. So obviously if you just have the water added into your acrylic paints, you will create a kind of watercolor. And then do the same in here. You can see also how long I can paint with the one scoop of the brush, because I didn't load any more paint. So if there is lots of water, the paints are quite highly pigmented. And then the one in here. Okay, I'm start loading a bit more. Bigger leaves. Clean my brush. And then move on into the first tip, which is dry. So we can paint some bottom petals. And I'm picking up a slightest drop of the white, and then the magenta with the tiny bit of the cobalt blue. I don't want the colors to be too separated. I think it just doesn't look right. And then let's paint the petals which are on the bottom here. I'm just doing lots of touches of the brush to create a petal. First one done. Leave some empty space, and then let's paint another petal. Another one. And another one. Pick up a drop more of the paint and a tiny bit of the water. You don't want to be painting with too dry paints. And then we are going to create another row of the petals. And this one is going inside the other ones. Leave some empty space. And apply another petal. I love the fact that we've got so many different colors. Now my paint starts getting dry, as you can see it. So I need to bring more water in and pick up a fresh mixture. Another row of the petals. The closer to the middle I get, the smaller petals I want to create. And you can see it, I have changed the angle of my brush now as well. More white again as I go closer to the middle. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter too. And more straight brush. Much smaller petals. A bit of water in. And just touch up some petals which are on the bottom. Very straight brush. You can see some of the petals is almost just like a wee line. Clean my brush completely, because if you don't clean the brush for too long time, you get the paint stuck in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean it properly. Okay, that's it, nice and clean, and we can start painting more. So bring a tiny bit of the water. I love how the colors looks on this one, like so nice. We have to just add maybe 1 or 2 more petals in there. And as you could see it, I was almost all the time mixing in the same place, because each time when I bring the water in, the paint becomes a little bit softer again, so I kind of mix the colors which are in there too. Okay, that's me almost happy with it. I could just touch up some of those petals here, kind of give it more definition to some of them. I love all those colors in here. Now the leaves cannot fly it on its own, so I need to add it some more. And then let's work out on the middle. We are going to grab some D-liner brush now. Clean it really well. Gosh, my hands are so dry. I do apologize, guys, like we have been doing lots of work with the hands. So yellow paint in. Oh, if I can squeeze it. Okay, this one is at the end. So what I'm gonna do is I will just open the paint and just grab a little bit. I usually use the products right to the end before I get a new one. Camera, you guys know that. That's how I will squeeze out every single drop from the top coat. Okay, I have added some blue and a yellow together. So I'll have some different shade of almost green color. And then doing lots of dots. The smaller, the better. And then go with some white and then black. I know it almost sounds pointless, like doing dots with on the black with lighter color and then going back to the black, but I think that just gives a nicer dimension. Okay, I'm happy with this one. And I'm going to grab my one stroke brush. Very watery color again. Almost like a very dirty green. And just placing a couple of the leaves in between the previous ones. Such a nice one. Okay, wait for it to dry and then move on into the next flowers. Again, I'm going to do it, the mixture on the previous colors, plus introduce the third color. Those kind of painting with few colors, like, I think it looks so amazing. It's a bit harder, but I much prefer it, like, it's so much more realistic. So this time I'm going to paint it more inside, like starting from inside. You can see it, I'm closing the middle which is painted here. And then paint some petals as I go outside, bring a little bit more of those darker color. Fantastic. keep painting very, very slowly. Once this starts drying, we can add another layer of the petals, but bring maybe a touch more white so it's gonna stand out a little bit more. Very slowly. And then to the bottom. White in, so the thing stands out again, and my paint starts getting drier, so I'm just introducing more water again. Finding best angles to squeeze more petals. This looks like a peony flower. So pretty. Okay, we are going to also paint a very small bud on the top. I have done the color mixture wrong, but that's fine. Wait for it to dry. And now I've got quite strong separation of the color. Okay, this one is dry. Very small touches of the brush. Grab the D-liner brush again. You can see it, my paint has dried out quite a lot. Bring that green. Just attaches here and there. And some white. For white, extremely watery, like I want lots of water in, and I want to work out my brush extremely well. And just indicate some of the petals. Not all of them. That was too much. And I think the reason for it is I've got something on my brush. Okay, and I could probably paint it like this till the morning. I love those leaves as well. And the last touches on this one. Basically, the more detail we add it on, the nicer it is gonna look. But at the same time, I don't want to overdo it. And another thing is, like, if you guys, like, when we was mixing the paints, if you would have the colors not separate, like really separated, sorry, so like white and magenta or white and blue, even if you would outline it with the white, it wouldn't be visible as much, because at the ends you had the white. Because I have mixed up the paint quite dirty, you can really see the white over it, because the top of the petal is just lighter, but it's still the same color what we have used. So now those little details with white are making the things really stand out. And yes, sometimes I'm showing you like kind of very simple salon designs, like, you know, slap it on and that's it, finish. And sometimes I'm kind of showing you a bit more advanced looks. I did mistake, and if I do mistake, I would just touch it up with the baby wipe. And the paint which was done as a latest will be the easiest one and the quickest one to come off. Of course, you cannot scrape it off for too long. Sometimes I'm scared I'm taking too long when painting such a beautiful design, but then I don't want to rush it. So I'm not sure if you're actually even liking those type of very long designs. Because, like, being honest, like in a salon, it would be quite hard to paint such a long time on a one client, really, unless they book it specifically, like, and they want something wow and amazing. I also feel like when painting with the acrylic paints, you can go much thinner than you can do with the gels. Okay, those two are finished with the detail. And then let's paint quickly the third one. You can see it also, like, we have used the same colors combination, but just in different proportions, and it just gives you completely different kind of colors. And here I could maybe do it slightly different as well. So sometimes you could see it, I'm painting just with the tip of my brush rather than a full brush. And also I will try to paint this one a little bit faster so I don't make the cameraman fall asleep.
ASMR video.
Guys, I tell you the secret, he was yawning a second ago. And so does the dog. Oh gosh. But I do really feel like, you know, it's so therapeutic. Like I could paint for hours.
I feel that too.
Do you? Too therapeutic, huh? Oh gosh, okay, Dorota, concentrate because this starts looking quite messy and ugly. Okay, so slow down. Do not speed up the things if you want them pretty. We need to squeeze in a small petal on the top. So always the small petals, you want to do it with the tip of your brush. Then add some large one in there. Again, very small ones. So the smaller you go, the straighter your brush is gonna be. Some green. Very watery. It's almost kind of like a watercolor with the one stroke. I'm touching into those empty spaces. And now let's start adding the detail to make those roses pretty too. So they are going to have slightly different middle. So some petals I want them to be twisted, some of them are bended, and that's how I'm highlighting with the white. You can see it if I'm painting too thick, that's mean my brush is too dry. This is actually going to be a very long video. Yeah, please let me know, guys, like if you want to watch those kind of videos sometimes as well, like the ones which take ages to paint. Okay, those roses are finished as well. So now let's add the final detail. And we are going to be playing with some chrome. I just like the connections of something else with the one stroke. And you have guys asked me about this one quite a few times, so I'm going to test it as well, how it will work now. And that's a High Shine No Wipe Top Gel and a black foil design gel mixed together to create some chromey look. So basically painting with the top coat is quite difficult because the top coat can spread and it gives you much thicker lines. But it just takes the chrome really well. So I've got the mixture here and let's see what will happen if. So yeah, the black is more see-through, but it's still visible, which makes my life easier. Now what I did, I have used this brush for acrylic paint, so I just kind of need to retrain it to the gel. And I pick up a little bit of UV cleanser. And I'm just going to try to train this brush. I need the scoop of the gel to make the brush kind of clear out of the acrylic paint and soaked in the gel inside the bristle. And that is already better. You can see the difference in between two lines, can you? I can. And also, because I have painted the dots, again I have break the tip of this brush, so it's gonna take me quite a good few minutes for it to straighten up again. don't want to put too much, and I think that's enough in this one. That is really enough. Okay, let's cure it. So 60 seconds cure. That's enough. Sometimes less is more. Okay, let's do the finishing touches, and then once the top coat goes on it, guys, oh, this is going to be so pretty. Okay, first one ready to go. So a drop of the gold chrome. And this is so much shinier actually, and it does works magic. I think it's much better actually, because the black makes the gold to stand out more, but it also gives much shinier results than the... Wow, this is perfect. Approved, it looks amazing. So much shinier. Okay, this is going to be my new favorite way of doing it. Yay! Can you see how nice and shiny it is? Yay! Okay, let's top coat it, and once we top coat it, our one stroke is going to pop out even more. That's so pretty. Guys, if you have liked this video, hit the share button, pretty please. So yeah, so the others can see it as well. Let's see the next one. No, that was the last one. This one here. Wow. So pretty. Amazing. I love it. I love it so much. Because with the top coat, I wouldn't be able to paint such as thin lines. It will be quite difficult, but because we've got black, it makes our job much easier. It keeps the top coat more in place, so it doesn't spread as much. And also, we can see it where we're painting. Okay, let's cook this one. Okay, I cannot wait for this one. Is my favorite one, I think. So a drop of it in there. And drop in there. So shiny, like really shiny. Amazing. Oh my goodness, my head is exploding now with all the ideas I could do it in collection of one stroke and the gold. Let's top coat this one. looks almost like a sticker. Okay, that's enough, Dorota. Stop it. Just stop it. It's so pretty. I love this one. So nice. Cameraman, don't speed up. The longest video of the week. Oh, okay, but let me show you all of them together. I don't want to touch them as well because the top coat, I can't look at my dry fingers. The top coat needs to, like, they're really bad. Like, it's so bad, so many cuts and... But what I wanted to say is that the top coat, you cannot touch the top coat until it cools down if you want to have it nice and really shiny results. This one, yeah, it can go here. So I'm only touching it with my nails. Cameraman is impatient with me now. And then the third one. So what? I don't want to damage them. It's nice to get damaged. I don't do often nice nails on YouTube. Okay, so that's the finished set. I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed it. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs and bye for now.